Hey. Hi. I almost died the other day. Subscribe. Last time I filmed an Uber story time, I made a mental note that I was gonna be kind of done filming those. It's not that they're bad, it's not that you guys don't enjoy them, but like, we fucking get it, Tana. You're a first world crybaby white annoying little bitch. Uber drivers are racist and Uber drivers follow you around and Uber drivers sell drugs and they drive recklessly and they kidnap you and they like, we fucking get it. And I don't want my page to just be like an Uber Yelp review page, you know? I have so many other things that I can make videos about that are entertaining, and I don't want to be known as the Uber Storytime girl, and I also don't want them to lose their validity. I feel like when you're putting out an Uber Storytime every other week, it gets very repetitive and people are like, honestly, like, is that really happening to her? So I was like, I'm gonna chill out. It's not that I'm gonna stop getting bad at Uber drivers. By all means, that's never gonna fucking happen. Nothing normal or happy ever happens to me as a human being. However, unless something detrimental happens, I'm not gonna make any more Uber story times. This is an Uber story time if you can't tell. Something detrimental happened. I almost died. Subscribe. And I just want to say really quick for anyone who's gonna leave a comment prematurely and it's gonna annoy me, this story is not over dramatized in the slightest. There is no need to over dramatize something happening to me like this. I am telling you this story the way a narrator would tell you this story. I'm telling you this story the way a news reporter on Fox 5 would have told this story had I died. Alright, so this is gonna be like a 20-minute long video because there's no way to condense me almost dying. So let's get into the story. I look so happy like in the beginning of this video, but like I almost fucking died and I'm really fucking mad about it. Like, fuck you, Uber. And this also isn't one of those story times where it's like, yeah, like this Uber driver was super weird, but like, use my Uber code. It's Uber Tana Mongeau. I love Uber. Don't use my fucking Uber code. I'm never gonna take a fucking Uber again. Never gonna fucking take an Uber X again. Never gonna fucking take an Uber alone again. Fuck Uber. I'm not bashing them at all. It does really frustrate me that like someone hired this human being, but like, I don't know. I'm just salty, okay? Uber's dope, but like, fuck this shit. Okay, so the other day I was going to get my hair dyed and I needed to take an Uber there. And I always take Uber Select. You guys know that from my past videos because I just get a lot less sketchy drivers. So I ordered an Uber Select driver and the Uber app, first world problems pet peeve, told me that the driver was gonna be like 6 or 7 minutes away. And then as soon as I ordered it, they were actually 21 minutes away. And I was already running late, so that really frustrated me. So I wait the full 21 minutes and then the driver calls me and tells me that he's still another like 16 or 17 minutes away, and at this point I'm really frustrated. So then he asks me to give him directions to my house from his current location, but I'm not the fucking bitch inside of the Waze app and I have no idea how to get this motherfucker to where I am, let alone how to give my own self to directions to like Taco Bell down the street. So I basically just be a stupid ass, first world ass, karma deserving ass, dumb, privileged little cunt, and I hang up on this driver and I cancel the ride. I know that I should not have done this, but don't worry, I got my fucking comeuppance, okay? So now I can't order another Uber Select because I'll get the same driver. So I'm like, you know what, Tana? Suck it up, order an Uber X. This is where the story begins. So I just want to say that when I ordered this driver, that his motherfucking Uber profile picture looked like he would literally be the spokesman for a golf company. Or like he would be on the logo picture of a chess set in Target. He looks like his idea of fun would be watching Naked and Afraid on a Tuesday evening with his wife. He looks like he has 3 kids named Stacy, Susie, and Mark. He looks like he's a homophobic white stepfather, okay? Like he looks like he's not gonna harm a motherfucking fly. He looks like the average generic stock photo for if you were to Google like clip art images of dads. Like that's how he looks. So he gets to my call box and he calls my phone and I answer and I'm giving him the information on how to get to where I live, etc., etc., and I'm buzzing him in. And I just want to say this man sounded so fucking harmless. So incredibly like, I'm not gonna fucking skin you and eat your ass against your will. So I was very excited to get in my Uber and not die. I just want to say really quick that on the Uber app, it told me that the car that he was driving was a Chevy Cruze. This is what a Chevy Cruze looks like. Uber also sets like a rule that if you're driving for Uber, you have to drive a car that's like 2006 or newer, 2005 or newer, whatever it may be. You have to drive a car that meets the standards. I walk out of my house and this human being is driving like a 1997 Chevrolet Impala. That's a really big fucking difference from a Chevy Cruze. That's not the bad bad thing though. I would have gladly hopped in the motherfucking Chevy Impala and not even complained. This car was originally like a powder blue color, and it looked like somebody took a can of Martha Stewart matte black chalkboard paint from fucking Michael's craft store and sprayed this car down with like one terrible shitty coat. You could see the powder blue through it. There was like circles from spray painting. There were parts that were like missing paint. They spray painted over both license plates to where you could not see them. The Chevy logo was completely sprayed out, and the windows were tinted limo tint black. Very, very intimidatingly ghetto vehicle. And that's completely disregarding the bullet holes on the sides, but we'll get into that later. So at this point, I couldn't really walk away. I mean, I could have been a logical human being and walked away, but like I had places to be and I'd already like made eye contact with him sitting in the driver's seat. I felt like it was weird to just walk away, you know? So I get in the back seat and I'm casually greeted by his wonderful smelling air freshener, Jose Cuervo Tequila. What? Entire fucking car reeked so terribly of tequila to the point that it literally smelled like someone was just taking bottles of tequila and like soaking the seats. Disgusting. Like when you get in, you're like, do you have some lime and salt? Because I might as well get drunk off the fucking air. So to get out of my complex, you have to make a swift left. Most human beings do this slowly so that they don't kill all of their passengers. I had yet to put on my seatbelt and he gassed this left at literally like full gas, and I'm sitting in the left side of the car and I literally go into the right side of the vehicle. Most people would pull over, make sure I was okay, apologize, like offer to get me a new Uber, etc. This motherfucker turns around and goes, my bad. Like he like chuckled and he was like, my bad, my bad. You almost just killed me! So as he starts driving, it's very evident that he is immensely intoxicated. Cue my tweets here. He's swerving in and out of cars. He keeps like almost hitting cars, and then when he almost hits them under his breath, he's like, fuck you, like fuck that shit, you fucking stupid ass motherfucking driver. Like he's not in the wrong here. So then he hops on the freeway and he's still swerving and speeding and whatever, but at this point I'm like, hey, if I die, I die. But little did I know this was the fucking cherry on top of the cake. So I roll down the window because I don't want to smell like tequila, and this person turns around to me and goes, did you roll down the window because the car smelled like alcohol? And as I look at the 5 teardrop tattoos that are on his face and all of the gang tattoos that are covering his body, I'm suddenly quite intimidated by this human being, and I respond, no, I just needed a breath of fresh air. Because the one thing that you're gonna learn about me throughout this story is I am really bad at confrontation in situations where I feel threatened, and I will pretend like everything is fine because I feel like that will make the person not wanna kill me less. It's a terrible strategy, honestly. So I'm sure if you've ever been in an Uber, you know Uber is the king of small talk. Whenever you hop in an Uber, sometimes you talk about the weather, sometimes you talk about Uber as a whole, sometimes you talk about where you're going or where you were from. Well, he had a different form of small talk. So he starts off by telling me that he really doesn't like his roommates. And I'm just like listening, I'm saying like, that sucks, I hope you find a new roommate, blah, blah, blah. And so as casual as someone literally saying like, the weather's nice today, he's like, yeah, I don't really fuck with my roommates, you know? We're all in opposing gangs. What? Opposing gang? And me, again, being the non-confrontational human being that I am, I'm like, oh, that really sucks. I hope you find a new place to live. And he's like, yeah, thanks, you know. My issue right now is that my roommate's slanging black tar and I just don't know how to get the fuck out of that shit. Like, I feel like he gonna kill me, like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just sitting there being like, wow, yeah, that really sucks. Like, oh my God, that's crazy. Like, as if he was just telling me like a casual fucking story, because I don't know what the fuck to do in this situation. Would you know what the fuck to do in this situation? Because I don't think anyone would know what the fuck to do in this situation. So then he grabs his little Chevy Impala radio thing and he turns the volume to 100 volume maximum, like could not go any higher, is gonna blow out his $7 speakers in the back of the car, like awesome. And then he puts on a song. Now, don't get me wrong, even after these brief little conversations that I've had with this person, I did not think he was gonna be putting on some fucking Kenny Chesney or Selena Gomez, Hands to Myself, or fucking Ariana Grande, The Way. Like, obviously he likes hip-hop music, okay? But the song that he played, the lyrics of this song literally consisted of blood gang's gonna cut up a bitch, blood gang's gonna come steal your bitch, ain't afraid to rape a hoe, and every other word is the N-word. Like every other word. And you know, playing that music is automatically very annoying, but the thing that made me a little bit fearful for my life in that moment was that he knew every single word and was yelling it over the music. to roll all 3 windows down, and with his 100 volume music playing as we're exiting the freeway, he starts making gang signs out of his window. So he's using this hand to make gang signs like out of this window like this. He's going like this. I don't know what fucking gang sign this is. Like do I look like I know what kind of gang sign this is? He's doing this out the window, and then he's using his other hand to like make all these other signs. And then when he has to turn the wheel, he meets his hands at the wheel and will make the one that's like that, like I don't know how you do that, like that at the thing, turn the wheel, and then go back to making his gang signs. I have never tried so desperately hard to take a Snapchat or video of another human being doing something, but he kept looking at me in the mirror and being like I was gonna be like, oh my god, that's so hot, like wanna fuck, like. Then he turns the music down, and this is when I just want to like preface really quick. Every sentence that he says to me, he begins referring to me as baby girl, sugar mama, lil honey, and hot stuff. I'm 17. I see the comments now already. Your tits are out. You don't look 17. Blah, 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 blah. But he shouldn't be doing that to any human being, okay? Like anyone, like a 40-year-old woman, let alone me. I don't know. Okay. So then the first thing that he casually tells me is, yeah, I'm really sorry for the bullet holes in the side. I just got cut up recently and they was shooting at my car. I don't know. I don't want to be driving this car for Uber, but I ain't got another car. You feel me? And I'm just like, yeah, no, it's okay, like it's totally fine, like no big deal. And then he's like, yeah, speaking of bullet holes, today my homie was playing with his AK and he grazed the top of my car, and when we get out, I'ma show you, okay? And because I'm a non-confrontational dumb fucking cunt, I'm like, yeah, no, that's totally fine. Like as if he was telling me like, I got a flat tire, will you check it out when we get out? Like I'm just like, yeah, sure. So then he starts telling me that he's been trying all of these things like Uber and Lyft. He hands me his Lyft card. Thank you so much, I'll be using that definitely. To make extra forms of money so that he can move out of his roommate situation that he's not happy with. And then he begins to divulge to me that the only thing that has been making him any substantial amounts of money is buying and selling bitches on Backpage.com. Do with that information what you will. So now this is the point where I became immensely fearful of my life and was actually texting my friends, like legitimately texting them like, I'm wearing a gray shirt, I'm going down Eastern right now, I'm passing Cafe Rio, like I'm in a blacked out Chevy Impala. Like this is when I actually like envisioned the movie The Call, and I was gonna have to call Halle Berry and fucking die, okay? So we had the music playing for a little bit, and then he turns it down to start maniacally laughing like this. So after like a minute of laughing like this, he turns around to me, literally turns around to the backseat, like staring me dead in my eyes, and goes, you wanna know what's funny? And me being the non-confrontational dumb cunt that I am, I'm like, what? And he's like, you know Uber drivers get away with hella shit, right? Like robbing gas stations with passengers in the seat. Uber drivers kill people and nobody finds out. Uber drivers can do whatever the fuck they want. Isn't that funny? Just like that. And that's where like this was no longer like I have a shitty Uber, I can't wait to tell a story time about this. This is where I was like, I'm never gonna take an Uber again, I have chills. But again, being the dumb non-confrontational bitch I am, I'm like, yeah, that's crazy, because I didn't want to fucking die. Leave a comment below where if you were in that situation what you would have done. I'm honestly curious, because like I didn't know how to react. I felt like playing it cool was the best thing I could do. I don't know. So then he pulls up to my destination, still swerving, driving terribly recklessly, but at this point that's my favorite part about this car ride, because like honestly that's the thing that'll probably least kill me, you know? So we get out of the car, he shows me the bullet graze on top of his car that his homie did with the AK. He asked me how long I'm gonna be at my hair salon and if I need a ride home. Yeah, I need a ride home. Will you be my personal driver? Like, here's my personal phone number. This is my gate code. This is my apartment number. Like, move in with me. Honestly, do you want to eat my pussy right now? I think I want to suck your dick right now. Like, I'm in love with you. Like, do you want to propose? Like, me too. And I'm like, no, my friend's gonna pick me up. Like, it's okay. You don't have to pick me up. Like, it's fine. You can just leave. And he's like, nah, I'm gonna wait for you. And I'm like, no, my appointment takes like 3 hours. You don't have to wait for me. It's okay. And he's like, listen, sugar mama, listen. You've done enough for me today. I'll wait for you. I'm gonna take care of you, baby. Don't worry. And I'm like, it's okay. Like, you can leave. Like, I swear to God. And he's like, no, listen. I'ma wait for you. I'm like, well, at this point, this is like the only point of this entire story where I like went from like, to like, I was like, no, my friend's picking me up, like it's cool, I'm going inside, blah, blah, blah. And so as I'm walking into the hair salon, he looks at me and he goes, see you at home then. sitting there getting my hair done, I tell my hairdresser, every person in this hair salon, 5 of my friends on the phone, what just happened to me. I decided to check the Uber app, and I noticed that he never ended the ride, and that the ride is still going. Like, it still says like on trip, and that he's still letting the tab run because he's waiting outside for me. Just waiting. Like I look out the window and I see him waiting for me. So I just want you guys to know that my hair appointment was honestly probably like 2.5 to 3 hours that day. Like, it takes a lot to make this look this nice. Like, trust me, I don't do any of it. He waited for the entire appointment. What? Huh? The entire appointment. Finally, as I'm about to leave, he ends up driving away and whatever, and I get picked up by someone else, and that's kind of like the end. I almost died! Woohoo! Good story, Tana. So yeah, it honestly has made me so aware of my surroundings because he knows where I live. Why would he say, see you at home, baby girl? And Uber's reached out to me. They've offered to refund the ride. I've talked to them on Twitter and via email, but like, honestly, like, I almost fucking died. You hired that fucking person. Like, sure, refund me my $38 Uber X fee, but like, can you refund me the time of my life that I spent almost dying in that car? Like, alright, well, this video also ends an era of Uber stories for a while. Unless something worse than this happens, knock on fucking every material that Home Depot fucking sells, let alone wood. I hope it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know how to end this video. I almost fucking died. Subscribe, maybe, I don't know. Alright guys, that is it for this Uber story time. If you got to this point, thank you so much for watching. Be careful in all of your endeavors. I love you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me and watching this fucked up fucking story, and I will talk to you guys in the next video if I make it out fucking alive. Bye. I don't know how to take a thumbnail for this either because I feel like, or like it's not fucking funny. Like, I almost fucking died. Like,